Thank you. Have fun playing Fallout now.
I will.
Goodbye.
Bye now.
He's the worst.
What did you say about me?
I didn't say anything.
What'd you dad
I
say?
would never say a thing about you. Lovely man. Terrible lover. Hey everyone, so I wanted to do a quick update video. My last video was about getting my MRI back, and so I've been to the neurologist, and what better time for another brain update? I hope brain updates in my life don't have their own theme song. I hope I don't have enough to have their own theme song. So anyway, I saw the neurologist this week, and he had a lot to say. Basically, what he said is that he doesn't think that any of my headaches or numbness or woozy feelings are at all related to my Chiari malformation. He thinks that everything still stems from my concussion. So he kind of like just immediately wrote off my Chiari malformation, which kind of pissed me off. I mean, I'm sure he sees a lot of them and he's a neurologist. I absolutely believe he has a complete understanding of the brain, and I believe he knows what he's talking about. But it always kind of annoys me when a doctor is just like, no, that's not it, immediately about something. So that was kind of annoying. But he had a lot to say about my concussion, basically just that it's completely common for people who have a concussion like I did. He calls it a grade 2 concussion, I believe. For people to have a concussion like I did, to still have headaches and swelling and numbness and dizziness and things like that. So that was really interesting. So basically what he said is that he believes that when I hit my head, in the back of my head, a clot formed, not like that sounds really scary, but like blood pooled against my skull, which is totally normal because that's how it's like a subdermal hematoma. It's like a bruise under your skin. So anyway, there was a clot of blood. It sounds so bad when I say clot. There was a space of blood, a little tiny gathering of cute little blood cells. Make it as cute as possible. So anyway, there was blood where I hit my head, and that's why my scalp was really squishy. And now it's not as squishy anymore because he believes that the blood has now traveled down the back of my head to one of the giant nerves I have in the base of my skull, and basically it's putting pressure on the nerve in the back of my head, and on both of them, but mostly on one side. And that's why I'm having headaches, and that's why I'm having numbness, because I get like patches of my skull where like it's numb. It's the weirdest feeling. I don't even know how to describe it. So anyway, that's why I'm getting those things, because there's blood putting pressure on the nerves in the back of my head. And so he recommends no running for the next week, so tune into Buff Buddies to see how that completely fucks me. I have to ice the back of my head for 10 minutes twice a day. I also have to do these really fun exercises when I brush my teeth, where I do this. I stretch out and then as many chins as possible. And I actually already do that as part of my workout regimen with Wolf, so I'm completely familiar with making so many chins. I hope that's the thumbnail that I choose. But anyway, it just basically works out those muscles and takes pressure off the nerve. And he believes that my wooziness was caused, or he believed my wooziness was caused by anemia. And I was anemic when I was a teenager. It wasn't really a surprise to hear that I might be anemic again. They test me all the time for it. I think every few years I get tested again for anemia. So they took blood, and they also took my blood pressure 6 times while I was there. Count 'em, 6. So much blood pressure. I basically thought my right arm was gonna fall right off because they took my blood pressure so many times. When I got there, it's like the standard thing they do, right? At I almost said the dentist's office. The doctor's office. They take your blood pressure, and the nurse took my blood pressure, and then he was like, that can't be right. So he took it again. Then he was like, your blood pressure is so low. It was 82 over 96, I think. I know it was 82 over something. And then so he had me lay down and take my blood pressure, and then he had me sit up and he took my blood pressure, and then he had me stand up and he took my blood pressure, and then I sat back down and he took my blood pressure again. Oh my god, so much blood pressure. It was ridiculous. But he basically was like, well, it doesn't drop to unsafe levels when you lay down, so you're just somebody who has low blood pressure. And my mom always had low blood My mom always had low blood pressure, and so it's not anything new, although I've noticed it's been really low since I hit my head. Anyway, this is boring. I had really low blood pressure, and he was curious as to why, and then, so I did the blood test, and they thought I was anemic, and I got the call today, totally not anemic. So yay, my blood looked great. So for the wooziness, literally the nurse was like, I was like, so I'm still feeling woozy, like when I go from sitting to standing, and I get like bouts of, not vertigo, because it's not that severe, but just kind of like general wooziness, just from time to time. And so I said, is there something else that I should be looking out for? And the nurse was like, well, the doctor did not make any other recommendations, which was basically like, oh fuck, I don't know. So he was just like, you know, take care. If you feel like it's getting severe, let us know. And keep icing your neck. The thing that sucks about icing my neck is it keeps giving me headaches. So I'm supposed to just keep doing it. I'm hoping that's just the blood like working its way out. And that's why I'm having more headaches because of the ice. So we'll see. I am eager to get back to running already. I feel like I'm cooped up. And I don't like it, but I have been doing some other exercises. Again, tune into Buff Buddies to find out what happens there. So all in all, I feel really good about what the neurologist had to say. I'm glad that he doesn't think it's my Chiari malformation, because the only way to alleviate symptoms from a Chiari malformation is either chronic pain medicine or brain surgery. And thank you so much to all of you who've reached out who have Chiari malformations. So many of you shared your stories. It was really very comforting to me to hear everybody else's stories about having overcome their Chiari malformation, or you know, having done surgery or still living with it, and how you cope with symptoms. It really was very comforting. So thank you guys so much. I'm still going to see another neurologist, because having two opinions is better than having one. So this lady is actually a Chiari specialist, so I will see her in a few weeks and see what she has to say. I will see this neurologist again in 5 weeks for a follow-up, and in the meantime, I get to go back to teasing Ryan, because now it went from being his fault because he shoved me over to something I have my whole life to actually still Ryan's fault, not my brain's fault. So back to teasing Ryan. So he's been a really good sport about it. It's all in good fun, and he's taken it in stride. So props to him, and thank you guys so much for being so sweet about all of these updates. And yeah, thank you, and I will see you guys soon. Heart you. Oh, and Penny hearts you too. Bonus Penny! Heart you. You're the best. Penny thinks you're the best. Do a penny dance. Oh yeah. Don't like this bright light, Penny.